Hey, Life Pixers, hope you're having an awesome day. Are you ready to rewire your brain for a good response? Woohoo! Now, what heavens earth am I talking about here? Are you ready? Let's go. In the previous episode, which was super cool about neuroplasticity, I hope you understand a little teeny tiny bit about why we are rewiring your brain and why it's so beneficial and why it's taking so much time, but at the same time, it's helping you so much. And Ben said a quote from Viktor Frankel that in between a stimulus and a response is a space. And in that space, we have a choice to choose what we want. Now, what if we want good responses? How can we rewire our brain so our response is going to be a good one? Now, I'm going to say, or even from the previous episode, when we do all these different actions, we break the pattern, we follow the 3 steps from Ben, we do all these type of things, then automatically your response is going to get better. Now, what if you don't know how to, or what if it's being really hard for you? So first of all, I'm going to tell you to be listening to these Rewire Your Brain episodes because those are going to be helping you get a good response. However, sometimes it is challenging. So I want to bring you here into a little bit of my training, a little bit back into what I do and what I see neuroplasticity, I'm not sure to say neuroplasticity specifically, but how I see changing your brain, which is neuroplasticity. So I guess, how I see neuroplasticity in this way of being able to be changed and to be able to be sped up, I guess, like to be able to, for the process to happen faster. You see, there is a stimulus, and I am now going to say this in a little bit of a different situation, okay? Usually here in Victor's situation, there was a stimulus, and the response. Let's say stimulus, there's a piece of chocolate cake, and response is you eat it. Or stimulus is a piece of chocolate cake, and response is you don't eat it, right? That is, you said you take it and you pack it up and you put it away for a different time. Or you cut it in half and you only eat half of it or something like that. That's your response, right? But I'm going to bring you into my training, and I'm going to bring you into what I see when I am working with you guys and I'm helping people rewire the brain. The stimulus, okay, is the piece of paper that is in front of you. Here is these tasks that we're doing. These are those instruments. These are these fun sheets. These are these weird exercises that I am giving you to do. Finding shapes, making categories, connecting dots, things like that, right? Well, technically, if I give you the drawing to do, it would also be a drawing. So yeah, when I tell you to see with your non-dominant hand, that is a stimulus. That is something to set off to go and do something. Now, what is going to be your response? So let's say, for example, I show you a picture of a square and I give you 4 dots and I tell you to connect those 4 dots to make the square. Now, your response is going to be that square, right? In that space, in that gap is your choice. And also, if I bring it from my training point of view, is the mediator. Is the questions that I am asking to help you figure it out. If I'm a good mediator, then I better be asking you good questions so that way you can go and get a good response. Now, here's the important part. You are not to be relied on me. The goal of going through your Brain Rewired, the goal of going through all the mastery programs, from going through the entire LifePix University is not for you to rely on me, not for me to stand there in between the gap between your stimulus of whatever's happening in your life and your response, however your response. The goal is for you to become your own mediator, for you to ask yourself good questions, so that way your response will always be good. So that way that choice that Viktor Frankel is talking about will actually end up being a good one. Does that make sense? What I like to take it even further is because if you could do it in this situation, it's not just the ball that is being thrown at you. If you have that mediator, if you know how to stand in that space really well and be really strong, then whatever happens, whenever happens, you will know what to do and you will have a good response. I'm not saying you're never going to make mistakes, but your responses will be good. Does that make sense? Okay, so if you are ready to sign up and get yourself on the waitlist for your brain rewired, head over right now to lifepixuniversity.com/your brain rewired. You will want to be a part of this. People have been running towards us. Spots are extremely limited, and I want you to get one. So for now, you are going to see what questions you can ask yourself so that way you can get a better response and go sign up for your brain rewired. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.
That's all for this episode of the LifePix University podcast, but I have a huge favor to ask of you that will not only support the show, but will also help the people you love most. We are striving for 1 million downloads by the end of 2025, and we can't do this without your help. If you love this episode, please share it with 2 of your family and friends so they too can rewire their brains to have an extraordinary marriage. It was awesome spending time with you, and I'll see you on the next episode.